Darius Carter here, and welcome to another segment of the Change Your Life Every Day for the Rest of Your Life series. And today we want to cover some fundamental issues that I think will affect everyone. And if you're interested in changing your life every day for the rest of your life, you're going to want to not only tune in for this segment, but for every segment to come in the future. So, one of the greatest topics that plague so many Americans, as a matter of fact, the credit repair business is a multi-trillion-dollar business. And why? The reason why is because most people don't understand what credit is. We ask that question all the time to hundreds and hundreds of clients that call in. When they say that they have credit issues, my first question is, what's credit? Do you realize that over 95% of people that we ask that question, they can't tell me? Well, somebody says, I'm working on my credit. I'm working on my credit. Well, how can you work on something when you don't know even what it is or how you achieve it? And now there are those that educate you on the things that make up your credit score, and 35% of your credit score is payment history. So what? But let's get to the foundation of really what credit is. Now, I'm going to give you the answer. Credit is nothing more than a measure of how you pay your bills. Basically, one person wants to see how you paid someone else back before they lend you their money. And with that being said, do you honestly think that you can fix your credit when your credit is doing nothing more than measuring your behavior? Is it really the credit that's broken, or is it your behavior that needs to change? Let me give you an example. When you were a kid and you brought home a bad report card, what happened? Well, oftentimes there was discipline that happened, or you got in trouble. Now, did your parents tell you to go and change your report card, or did they tell you to modify your behavior? Now, a report card, just like a credit report, does nothing more than measure your behavior over a period of time. So with that being said, I'm sure your parents wanted you to modify your behavior. They didn't say go change your report card. Well, your credit report is no different. You have to modify your behavior in order to facilitate long-term systemic change. Now let's talk about that. If you modify your behavior simply by doing things differently, and the reason why I start with credit, because there's a dirty word called budget that no one likes to hear. But we start with credit because the credit's our hot button. But really, paying your bills on time comes to your budget. And budgeting is a bad word in so many families or so many individuals. They hear that word, they feel that they're going to be restricted. So truly, we start with credit, but that's not our foundation. Our foundation starts with budgeting. So we'll say credit here. And budget underneath. But let's talk about budget. If credit is a matter of paying your bills on time, and budget is how you pay your bills, well, being budget really is more than, there's another word that describes budget, and it's called discipline. In order to be able to write and follow a budget, you have to be disciplined. You also have to be a good steward of your time, energy, and resources. So budgeting is so much more than just financial stability or being able to finance things, because you can budget more than just your money. You have to be able to budget your time in order to have time to sit down and write down a budget for your money. You have to be a good steward of all of your resources, no matter what they are. And you have to be disciplined in order to implement anything at this foundational level. Let's take, for instance, you go to college. You have to be a good steward of your time to make sure that you go to class. You have to be disciplined to go to class. Everything that you do in life, whether it be school, whether it be a career choice, you have to be disciplined. Now, you can use this process in terms of credibility to be able to accomplish anything in your life, but our focus is largely finances, but these are life lessons that you can use to help, once again, change your life every day for the rest of your life. So, foundation, discipline, budget, stewardship creates credit, or another word for credit, trust. When you're trustworthy, you've been a good budget, you've been a good steward, you've been disciplined, people will tend to trust you, or they'll give you credit or credibility. When you have good credit or credibility, let's hear, well, we won't write it out, but credibility is a pretty long word. When you have credibility about a specific topic or a specific circumstance, because you've disciplined, you've represented yourself to have good credit, good budgeter, and good discipline, you tend to be able to gain things. You begin to be able to own things. So our goal is to facilitate discipline, budget, and stewardship in order to create trust and credibility. Now, when we talk about it from a financial perspective, right? If you are a good budgeter, you pay your bills on time, and your credit is measuring how disciplined you are. In turn, your report says that you have good credit, credibility, or trust. So from the perspective of, can you repair credit? Technically, you can't repair credit. You can only modify how well disciplined you are. If you're a good steward of your time, resources, and energy, and if you know how to budget those resources, time, energy, and anything that you are trying to accomplish. Therefore, your goal is to facilitate credibility and trustworthiness, that people will trust you with their resources because of what you've displayed here in your foundation. This is just a small segment. This goes on because there's 5 more levels to this entire process, but we wanted to get you started in the foundations of prosperity today. If you are able to be disciplined, facilitate writing and following a budget, and being a good steward of your resources, there's nothing that you cannot accomplish. So we want to get you started. If you're paying someone to fix your credit, I'm going to tell you right now, make this the last time that you ever have to pay anyone to fix your credit. Because when you were in grade school, you didn't pay someone to fix your report card. I tell you that. What you did was you got in trouble with your parents and you modified your behavior when you went back to school in order to facilitate a different outcome. And that's what we want to help you do here. We want to help you change your life every day for the rest of your life. Stop wasting money on things that don't help you facilitate help change the real problem and help you really begin to accomplish things, not just your financial goals, your life goals, your education goals, whatever it may be. You can apply these concepts. This is just the beginning, by the way. You can apply these concepts to help you facilitate changing your life every day for the rest of your life. And you heard it here first. Thank you for watching. And click subscribe below to subscribe to our channel. And if this content has helped you, please refer it to a friend, because our goal, once again, is to help you change your life every day for the rest of your life.